Hey guys, welcome back to the GYMLESS Coaches Rundown. The date is Monday, the 20th of April. Now you'll notice the program today isn't massively different from last week's program. There's a few reasons for this. Number one, we're not looking to kill you guys. We do understand that quarantine and lockdowns are going on for anywhere between 2 to up to 12 weeks. So we're looking to actually keep you guys as healthy as possible while still maintaining strength and all the stuff that you built on whilst you were back home in your CrossFit gyms. Secondly, we're obviously looking for progression. So we're not changing and giving you something new every single week. We're looking for you guys to improve on the similar stimulus from the week before, looking for either more weight or more repetition throughout. Your A work for this week is again the same as last week, still building on the strict handstand push-up progressions. Again, slightly increasing the time, so 7 to 9 minutes. And in terms of your rep scheme, anywhere between 3 to 7 unbroken reps within each minute. Now don't forget, in terms of your progressions that we've been working for the last few weeks now, if last week was comfortable and you were hitting the reps, no problem, but you're still not at the highest progression, then maybe this week is time to step it up a gear and go into the next progression. If you're still struggling with the strict handstand push-up, not a problem. Stick with your progressions that you have done for the last few weeks and just try and increase the rep range instead.
So the first variation is we're going to complete an A-frame handstand push-up with our feet and hands on the floor. So first and foremost, grab something soft on your floor so you're not cracking your head on the floor. From here, the A-frame handstand push-up, the A-frame refers to the finishing position on the floor. So if Alex comes down to the bottom, you're going to notice he's setting up a tripod between his hands, his head, and his hands again. Okay, what we don't want to see is a head between the hands. So if Alex just repositions himself, this is not a strong position to press from. Similarly, it's not a stable position for the spine. So always looking to achieve the A-frame here. Then from here, he's just gonna press back up into his top position. Good, you can go ahead and bend your knees a little bit if you feel like your hamstrings are tight and you can't get into a good position. Similarly, you can go ahead and walk your feet backwards a little bit if that helped. Level 2 variation is with your knees on a sofa or a chair or a bench with your towel still on the floor. We're looking for the exact same position, only now there's more load going through the body, more of a vertical position. So same thing, I was gonna come down, looking at that A-frame position, so it's a tripod between the hands and the head, pressing back into a vertical position. Try to think about driving your head back through towards the sofa. So level 3 now, we're taking our feet and place them on the seat or the sofa or the bench. It's exactly the same position. Out from here, he's gonna go down. Again, looking for the A-frame position, and he's gonna press up, stacking the shoulders. And again, if you're finding like it's hard to straighten your legs or get into a good position here, you can always bend the knees slightly. So our next level now is a traditional back to wall strict handstand push-up. In terms of hand width, anywhere between shoulder width or wider. From here, Alex is gonna control down to the floor. Head's gonna touch the floor, still maintain that A-frame position, and he's gonna press back up again. Okay, so if you pause on the floor, that's gonna be much more challenging. Otherwise, control down, touch, press back up. The last and most challenging variation of this is the wall-facing handstand push-up. So you're gonna start on the floor, you're gonna perform a wall walk up the wall, getting to a hollow position, rib cage down, butt squeeze. Again, looking for the A-frame position, tuck your chin down, move down towards the mat, and press back up again. One more. Rest.
For your B work, it's gonna be a 9 to 12 minute EMOM. Same as last week, your first 2 minutes of your Bulgarian split squats. You can load it with a backpack, you can load it with a barbell if you've got one available. If you've got a single dumbbell, you can load it in a goblet position. If you've got a kettlebell, same thing, or you can go single arm. If you go single arm, just make sure it's opposite to the leg that's working. Again, the progression this week, we're looking to load a little bit more weight. If you had to cut back on the rep scheme last week, looking for more reps as well. For your C work, again, it's gonna be a 9 to 12 minute EMOM. Those nasty seated pike pulses that you did for your D work last week, we're actually now gonna put them into your C work EMOM. So you're gonna have your hamstring sliders. Remember, doing it with cardboard on a slidey floor, or you can use a towel. The next minute, you're gonna have your strict push-up work. And in your third minute, you're gonna have your seated pike pulses. Our D work for today is a little bit different. So for your D work, we're gonna be going into a 6-minute EMOM, working for anywhere between 30 to 40 seconds each minute. We're going to be doing side planks alternating each minute. So Tammy is going to start by showing us the regression, which is essentially elbow and forearm on the floor. Right hand is going to be placed on her hip, and we're looking for the right hip to come up towards the ceiling and towards the camera as much as she can. What we don't want to see is the hips sagging down, similarly the hips pushing back. Okay, we're trying to open the hips up and push them up to the sky as much as we can. If that's still easy, Tammy can go ahead and lift her right leg as high as possible into what we call a star side plank. If that's comfortable, we can do another variation, which is foot down on the other one and weight it with a dumbbell or a kettlebell. Simply place it on your hip. Hopefully you guys make some solid progressions from last week into this week. Please don't forget to log your scores into WhatUp. Shoot us some banter on the water cooler or shoot us some questions that you might have. Otherwise, have a great Monday session and enjoy the week.